Hello, everyone. Welcome to Alphawisdom. I'm Mystic Cassandria. We're talking about the heart line starting today. We'll see examples of what a heart line may look like, and we will continue. So let's get started. Remember, as you look at this, give a thumbs up, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Welcome in if you have. Thank you. All right. Let's look at your check sheet here. It tells you a little bit about the heart line. The heart line shows our emotional responses and capacity for affection, our emotional connections. It records the ups and downs of love, our romantic expectations, the way we reach out to others, how we fall in love, the process of loving and being loved, and our reaction to heartbreak. So you see, there are no secrets hidden from what can be contained in the palm. All right, let's look at our first example of how the line could look in a palm. I encourage you to look at your left hand and look at your right hand. It's the long palm, long line rather, just below the fingers. You can't miss it. It's here on this paper in the color red. So let's get a little information about the location of it. The line begins under the little finger, Mercury, that's the planetary name, and usually ends somewhere between these two fingers, the middle finger, which is Saturn, and the index finger, which is Jupiter. The more defined, deep, and long the line, the more passion, empathy, and emotional energy the person has. This line indicates the depth, expression, and nature of our emotional responses. Remember, as with any line, it must be read in reference to what you've already found on the palm. And what does that mean? They're talking about other things like your skin texture, course, your fingernails, and so on. All of those things are very important. But just for now, we're focusing on this line and watching where it's going, how it's going, what is the quality of the line. Does it stay straight? Does it curve? And what direction is it curving in? Those are very important. So I'm showing you some examples of how it would look like, it could look like. All right? So in this case, this is a long heart line. And when it ends, it's ending close to the edge of the palm, below the index finger. There's just a little space here. This would show someone who had a long list of friends and who would go a long way in their care and concern for others. This is found on the palms of doctors and therapists. If the line crosses the palm completely from side to side, that is, you see no space. All right? It shows a compulsion to give and respond to others, which often causes problems in one-to-one relationships and can lead to emotional burnout. This person has so much love, so much emotion that he wants to share with others. Caring, this is like a nurturing sign when it crosses all the way across. So that's what it means by the burnout. You could just, in relationship, maybe you have someone with a shorter heart line and they cannot deal with that as just too much. They would like it all for themselves rather than the sharing. Okay, let's leave this and go on to another one. Here is when we have long, we have short. So here's the short one. And it ends under the middle finger. So you don't have to guess, well, how far does it go? How short should it be? To be considered short, it must end under this finger. All right. So I said middle finger. I'm sorry. This is the ring finger. Yeah, it should end under this finger. That's short. Okay. Such people rarely range far romantically and can be a little hard of heart. It is often found on those that relate strongly to animals but find people difficult. All right, so under here, that's considered short. Okay, everything else looks good. Let's go on to something that may not look so good. Here is a broken. When you have broken, you see little gaps, little gaps, little gaps. Serrated, almost fence-like looking. Fuzzy, not quite sure what's going on. Now, seldom do we have a palm that looks like this all the way across. But I'd say at least halfway we do have this on hands. Okay, this indicates a person who is emotionally unstable. Often poor quality lines of emotion are found on enthusiastic drinkers and those suspicious of great emotional outpourings. It's difficult to deal with emotions. And plus, if they have these other issues, too much drink or maybe drugs, that can occur. So this is not a healthy health heartline, not at all. Okay, so let's go and try another one. Now, here's one. Here's the heart line runs down toward or onto the lifeline. Let's take a look. Here's the heart line, and all of a sudden, it runs down. It touches and goes beneath. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes it goes toward the lifeline and it doesn't touch. So you've got three possibilities. The fact that it is going down, that's the key. So when we have a line that goes down, this is a sure sign of jealousy on the part of the person. This person has emotional insecurity. People with this marking can't let go. If the heart line runs up into the index finger, well, we'll get to that in a minute, but this is the issue. This person, sometimes it is a result of what happens as a younger person, but now they hold so tight. It's a feeling of jealousy, a lot of emotions here. They cannot let go. They hold tight, hold tight. So check your hands, check your relationships, just take a look at their hands and see if you see this heart line dipping down toward the lifeline. Okay? And we'll stop here at this point because I'm not going to have time to finish that. I don't want to run too late. All right. I hope you find this very interesting. The heart line is very interesting. There's so much to say about it. All right. Well, thanks again for watching. You know what to do with the thumb. All right. Love yourself. Love and light. Bye.